You finish arranging your bouquet, it looks fine, but then the longer you look at it, the more it does not feel natural. Nothing is obviously wrong, it just doesn't quite come together. A lot of people think it's the flowers or the colors, and yes, color can play a part, and we'll talk about that later. But even with the right flowers and colors, this feeling can still happen. If you look a bit closer, the issue quite often is not what you choose, it's how everything is sitting together. One thing that quite often creates this slightly off feeling is when the elements in the bouquet lack variation in height. Instead of some flowers sit higher and some lower, many of them end up at the same level. Separately, spacing can also play a part. When a few blooms sit too closely against each other, even just in certain areas, it can start to affect how natural the bouquet feels. When there isn't enough variation in height, the bouquet can start to look flat. And when certain areas are too tight, the flowers can begin to blend into each other instead of reading as separate blooms. Even if nothing is technically wrong, it can make the whole arrangement feel less relaxed and less effortless. If you look at flowers in nature, they don't grow pressed against each other. There's always a bit of space. Some flowers sit higher and some lower. Some lean forward and some fall back. There's air in between. You can almost think of the flowers needing a little bit of personal space. So when everything in your bouquet sits at the same level, almost like it's on the same plane, and certain areas are too close together, it stops feeling like a group of flowers and starts to feel flat and slightly unnatural. What's interesting is that this doesn't always stand out as a problem. In more traditional bouquet styles, flowers are quite often arranged tightly together, forming a compact round shape. And in the right setting, this can feel very intentional. But if you are aiming for something more natural or organic, the same structure can feel slightly stiff because it doesn't reflect how flowers naturally sit. So to remedy that slightly off feeling, instead of adding more flowers, try adjusting how they sit. You can lift a few elements slightly higher and let some sit lower, and check if any areas feel too tight and could use a bit more space. Even small changes in height and spacing can make big difference. And this is hard to notice when you're making the bouquet yourself because you're usually looking at it in one angle and quite close up. So if your bouquet feels slightly off and you're not sure what to adjust, I do offer bouquet reviews where I can point these things out for you. And if you prefer to work through it yourself, there's also a workbook that walks you through step by step. In the next video, I will talk about another factor that affects how your bouquet reads as a whole, especially in relation to the person holding it. Sometimes it's not the flowers, it's how close they are to each other.